Welcome back. Let's talk about Lynnwood, Washington, because it could be important to the 38,000 people that live there, or it could actually be where you're living also. So let's just jump in, and thank you very much for joining me. So if you're new to my channel, I like to cover a lot of the little cities and towns outside of the Seattle city limits, because there's all these areas that get lumped into Seattle proper, because Seattle has so many home sales in that area. So I just take a hyper focus into your neighborhood, and hopefully it's something that interests you. So Lynnwood, Washington is located about 17 miles to the north of the Seattle Space Needle. It's right along I-5, and it's at the intersection of I-405 as well as I-5. And it's just south of Everett, Washington, and it's to the east of Lynnwood and to the west of Bothell. And yesterday I covered Shoreline, and Shoreline sums it up right on the south side as well. There's also Mount Lake Terrace, and I actually haven't covered that one in a while, and I might pick that one up in a little bit. But now that you have a general idea where it is, let's actually go into some of the market data right now. So if you're actually wanting to, you come to me and you say, hey, Victor, I want to buy a house right now inside of Lynnwood. I tell you that the average house right now, it looks like a 3.5 bedroom, 2.5 bath, and it's about a 1900 square foot house. On average, it's going to cost you about $800,000 to $820,000. And it's been on the market right now for about 50 days. So this is just so you have an idea of what the average available is on the market for. Now I want to get into the sales data for the last couple of years because we only sold 70 homes last October. So this October we just finished. We only sold 70 homes this year. And it was really hard because I was sitting here and I'm trying to figure out how to make a comparison. And I just ran it through the last couple of years so you have an idea of where Lynnwood's sales activity has been inside of October. So 70 homes were sold this year in October. Now, the average cost is $777,000. Now, this is a 54%, this is a $51,000 increase from last year, because last year there was 117 homes sold and the cost was at $726,000 on average. So it's about a 7% increase in home value in the last year alone. But again, like I said, 40% of the homes were not sold, as well as, our market time right now is about 50 days on market. So there's obviously a lot of homes that are overpriced right now. And then if you compare that to 2021, there was 151 homes sold. So comparatively, it's less than half were actually sold this year than even 2 years ago. And then for some of you that want me to get even more data, in 2020 in October, there was again 151 homes sold. And again, so that's still less than half. So as you can tell, the interest rates have definitely affected our actual sales volume. But at the same time, it's also, the cost of everything. Because when I get into the mortgage rates today, I actually pulled up the Investopedia for you here. But the average 700 to 760 credit score with 20% down inside of Washington is 7.9%. So whenever you see, a mortgage lender or someone, say, hey, we got like sub sevens or something like that, that's like incredibly hard to get. That's a teaser rate. And these teaser rates, they're everywhere. And right now we're seeing that 7.9 is actually still really high. But just a day or two ago, it was 8.39, just so you have a general idea. Now, when we put that into the mortgage calculator, what it comes out to is to buy this house today at $780,000. Your mortgage is going to be $5,300 a month. And this is just your payment and your interest alone. And this does not include any taxes, insurance fees, or anything like that. And then on top of that, I wanted to give you a comparison of rent also. But if you're actually to rent a house instead of buying it right now, you come to me and you're like, hey, Victor, just the prices right now, I want to actually sit down and wait. Well, that's good, because actually you're only going to be spending about $3,100 on rent if you rented the exact same comparable house instead of $5,300 a month. So it's about $2,200 less to rent right now than it is to buy. And this is actually one of the major reasons why I actually have this channel, is because there's so many people that, you know, they get, you know, kind of lost in the sauce about this because, you know, they want to buy right now. But at the same time, the unaffordability is an issue. You know, I get it. I'm a real estate agent, and, you know, I work and live inside of Seattle, Washington. So if you have questions on this, you can get a hold of me. This is my number, as well as you can actually use one of the tools that I developed for you. And that's actually my website. It's victorashley.com. And you can actually take a look at, you know, buying or selling, or even your home's value right here. Also, you can drop me a note, and you can just hire me directly if you want. And as always, it was lovely working with you today, and I really hope that you have a fantastic day.